Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I'm Conistip and this is going to be part 63 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And in the last episode I did take Mazaka, and with that I have eliminated the Greeks as a faction. And as exciting as that is, I don't want to talk about it because there's other things that are more interesting to me right now, and that's my failure at Campus Sakai. At the end of the last episode I did fail to take this. Got my ass thoroughly kicked yet again by the Parthians. They're gosh darn cataphracts and their Persian cavalry. They can be tough. They can be tough units to crack if you don't have the right tools for them. And I remember leaving the last episode sort of brainstorming ways to defeat those cataphracts, and I was thinking, gosh, I don't really know what the Egyptian unit roster has to defeat cataphracts, and I completely forgot about desert axes. Not desert axes, but desert cavalry, which are armed with axes. My tier 2 cav unit that is available at every single stables that I have in my empire. It's a great unit. I don't use them that often against lightly armored stuff, but against heavily armored stuff like cataphracts, they are amazing. And I would imagine they can 2v1 a unit of cataphracts. I don't know if they can 1v1 a unit of cataphracts, but they can definitely 2v1 a unit of cataphracts would be my, I'm just guessing. I haven't tested this, but that would be my guess. And I should bring more of those because I didn't bring any. I brought Nubian Cav, which do horrible against armored units. So obviously that didn't work. So I'm going to train stuff here in Campus Alani. They're going to counter train stuff here in Campus Sakai. And we will see who gets what first. Because, I mean, they're blockaded. They shouldn't, I mean, I shouldn't even have to blockade them because their port can't trade with anyone anyway. So that's probably not necessary. But, you know, I got a boat here. I'm doing it. And they shouldn't be making money. What's there? Do I have a spy inside? Income is 838. Is that on top of the upkeep for these soldiers? Yeah, that would be interesting to find out. So, yeah, I'm curious to see, like, how much can they actually train? Whereas my guys, I can bring them back to Campus Alani. They can get retrained in fewer turns that it takes to train up a fresh unit in Campus Sakai. So,
Mighty General.
Say, a couple of turns of retraining units and then also training up some Desert Cav. Maybe I can just jump right back out there and attack them again. Maybe. The bad news is I don't have any generals left. They both died in that last battle, so there's nothing up here that I can send. And I mean like nothing. I have, well, are you still around?
My lead.
Gosh, you're still here. Wow. You've just been babysitting this army for your entire life, and I should probably just send you and the rest of this army, maybe? I don't know. What can you hire? Sarmatians, Scythians, and Eastern mercenaries. Yeah, all useful stuff. I am training stuff here in Artaxata and Arsaki as well. I can't train anything in Fraspa. I'm getting the Governor's Villa built up so that I can eventually get stuff in Fraspa. I mean, sure, I could train Nubian spears, but no thanks. I need stuff that can stand up to cataphracts. So that's what I'm going for here. Well, yeah, I might just bring you out. Oh, can you not leave the army when? Oh, looks like I'd have to break the siege and then bring you out. I mean, I just started this siege, I think, in the last turn. I don't know. Do I need a general? I say that, after getting my ass handed to me multiple times by the Parthians. I probably need a general, but I don't know. It just kind of feels unnecessary.
Orders?
While I think about it, let's try to kill these brigands. Oh my god, no. Oh god, I don't know why. I just had a feeling I was going to misclick, and then I misclicked. Oh god, that feels so dumb. Whatever. Let me see actually what do you have again? Peasants, Eastern Infantry and archers. Okay, I can deal with that. Back over to central Anatolia, I'm just going to be clearing out these brigands here that are just on this side of this bridge. This army is going to move on over, and I'm sure they can do the job. And then over here in Mazaka, I'm going to finish retraining these units and then these units. Then once that's finished, we will march on Sinope, so it might be a few turns before that's ready. My faction leader of all people is just laying down watchtowers. So that's, yeah, he's waiting for his army to be built for him in these core territories. And the army's coming along. I would say just a few more turns maybe before that army is all set and ready to go. Do I need to get more of chariots, chariot archers? Chariots. Might need to get some more chariot archers. Oh, it's already queued up. I'm already, see, hey, I know what I'm doing here. And this, I got a boat here. It took me a long time to find this boat before I started recording. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, I know I have a full top tier army in a boat somewhere. And I know it's headed towards North Africa and I couldn't find it. And it's just right there. Oh dear. Yeah, I was panicking. I was panicking. So they're going to be arriving in North Africa in a turn or two. And then in North Africa, we're kind of just still holding the tide back because this army got more banged up than I thought it was going to when it did fight that last battle. So it's going to get back to Cyrene as fast as possible, get retrained, and get ready to fight off the next wave. We have, well, 2 armies, 2 half stacks that look like they're moving towards us, and then 1 that doesn't look like he's moving towards us, and then 2 more that look like they are moving towards us. So yeah, we don't know, but there's a lot of Romans in view for sure. So if we can just kind of hold our ground for now until reinforcements come, what would be really nice is if this army could clear out the 2 half stacks so that, oh, I don't know, my really good army could come in and fight their really good army and maybe have enough left to siege Leptis Magna. Now, I did realize this is a little bit scary. So they have large stone walls. So that's the tier 4 stone walls, I believe. And I just have onagers. I do have 2 onagers here in these boats. And I don't know, do basic onagers do okay against large stone walls, or are they going to struggle? Should I have, like, is it a case where if I just have these tier 2 onagers, should I have like 4 of them? Or is it a case of I shouldn't even have these and I should just have heavy onagers for the tier 4 walls? That's a part of this game that I don't have enough familiarity with at this point. Like with Medieval, I kind of have an idea of what siege weapons are required for the different levels of defenses. But in this game, I don't quite have that understanding yet. You know, like I understand the basics, like ballistas are, you know, good for the wooden stuff, like the stockades and the wooden walls. And obviously the onagers are ideal for the tier 3 stone walls. But at what point do you really need those heavy onagers? And I say that knowing that there's only a handful of factions that can actually build those heavy onagers, correct? Like the Egyptians, the Romans, and who else? The Carthaginians? The Greeks, perhaps? I don't know. I actually don't. So I imagine that for most factions, it's not going to be much of a question. It's bring what you can. And if it's just the tier 1 onagers, then just bring 1 million of them. Maybe. Or maybe they do okay against the tier 4 walls. I don't know. This might be a case where I might have to just get more of these guys, more of these tier 1s, and then I'll find out. Can I get any of them here? No, I can't. I can't get them in Alexandria. I mean, once this bowman is finished being trained up in this turn, I can start training onagers. At least it only takes 1 turn to train, which is nice, or to build. And then I did put in a build order for a siege engineer here in Sidon so that I can eventually get the heavy onagers. Yeah. They're nice, but they do take 2 turns to train or to build, so that does make it a bit tough, but you know, if I have access to them, I'd like to use them for sure. Oh my god, Berenike, no, don't. He's 61 years old. Okay, okay, hold on. I'm not... Berenike, are you the one that was chasing like a 40-something-year-old in the last episode? I know I haven't recorded this campaign in a while, but it's kind of ringing a bell. Gosh, yeah, no, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't care if he has a 1-star in 1 management and 1 influence. He's gonna die before he has kids. Untouched by fear is very good though. +1 morale for all troops on the battlefield. That's just too bad. It's too bad. Nope. Alright, we got 18,000 in the treasury. Yes, yes. Town grows. Demantha. Yeah, let's get in a governor's palace there. Get it up to a minor city. Maybe someday you can be a real place. And faction announcements. And Monmose Epiphanes has been born, and Ramos Neos Dionysos. Yes. Okay, no barracks or stables or anything that I need to really be concerned with. Yep, a lot of units. Yes, I'm just training non-stop. That's me. That's me, just training non-stop here, trying to get everything going. You guys can finally go back. Go, you can't get in, can you? No, you can't. I'm going to retrain my brigand fighting army. They deserve a bit of a rest. And then, can you guys actually just get these guys? Let's ride them down. We have now gained even ground with the brigands. Looks like we might be bringing their archers. Archers might be coming up. And my cav is going to be coming around to the side here. In fact, I maybe should have brought it over to the other side because there be spears on this side. Are they in range? Are they firing? Well, if they're going to fire, I want my guys to fire. And my Nile cav, they have decent armor, so they should be fine. They shouldn't be taking too much damage from those archers. But yeah, my Eastern mercenaries for sure. My bowmen still not in range? They are not. Let's keep bringing my dudes up. And Nile Cav can swing around. And if they want to send their peasants to block up my cav, that's fine with me. I'll take that trade. And archers, are you in range? Yeah, go ahead and shoot the Eastern infantry. And I like that their guys are just ignoring my cav. That's perfect for me. So let's just chase them down here. And then you go here. And then you go here. Then you stop shooting. Stop shooting into those guys. Perfect. Yeah, just shoot the running. Just shoot the fleeing peasants. And we can get in here, take my guys off of guard mode so that they get as many kills as possible. And start hacking them down. And I don't know. There they go. There they go. We lost 57 men. Man, this just seems like too many, but what can you do?
Glorious victory.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Can we get back?
My liege.
Can we get back to Campasolani and start retraining these guys? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, we're gonna be getting these guys back up to. That's the nice thing about retraining. That was a big change that was made to this game from medieval Total War, where retraining units took 1 turn per unit, as you know, just the same amount of time as training a fresh new unit. So, you know, it wasn't any faster. And in this game, it actually is faster, which makes it more worthwhile. So, it's nice. It is a nice thing for sure. And let's bring you, and you. Can we not bring that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There.
Mighty general.
So yeah, just like a turn or two of retraining stuff. And are you guys already? Okay, you're just hanging out, eh? Just hanging out outside of the settlement. That's fine. You know what? Even better. Come towards me. Come fight me, bro. I'll take you on once I get my desert cav ready. Now I have set my taxes and put in my building queues for all of my settlements, but let's go up here and get rid of these brigands before I forget to. And yeah, they do have a 2-star general, a lot of fanatics, peasants, cav. Let's see, do I have enough to... I do, yeah, I have 2 Cretans, 2 Rhodians, and some Pharaoh's bowmen to shoot down all of those fanatics, and I have elephants that can just stomp over everything. I don't think anything that they have can stop my elephants, actually. So this might be one of those rare, fun brigand battles. We'll see. We have now closed to within distance, and our archers should be able to start firing on them. Nubidian Cav can also throw their javelins in whenever in range, and yeah, let's get axes. They can run up, and you can go there, and you can go there. And then on this side, let's just send elephants straight on in, because these are just mercenary pal tests. So let's get these guys back. Arab Cav can intercept, and better warriors can intercept. Maybe they can gang up and kill that general. Guess we'll find out. Elephants are doing their thing, which is always fun. It's always fun to see some elephants have fun here. And then, yeah, Bedouin archers get back. Looks like my Arab Cav and my Bedouins did kill their general. No, not their general, but their other Cav unit. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, elephants are just having the time of their lives. And let's see here. Desert Cav. Okay, so that's their general. Let's see here. We don't want general. He's gonna get my desert axes. That's too bad. Yeah, they're definitely way out of position. Well, let's get my slingers turned around. You guys get back. And yeah, elephants go kill their general. My desert axes are actually hanging in there for a bit, so that's nice. I'm proud of them for doing that. It can be a tough fight, but yeah, they hung on long enough for my elephants to get in there. Now they're just gonna be munching. And their general got away? No shit. Oh. We'll try to run him down and try... Let's see here. There we go. Charges right into my elephants. Love to see it. Hopefully my archers do not continue to fire, and there we go. Awesome. So yeah, we lost 73 men.
And all the sweeter for
but the elephants got to have a lot of fun there. Let's see, how did they do? So 78 kills? Not bad. That was a fast 78 kills. Man, you put elephants around an enemy army when there's no missile units, no javelins or anything, and they just stomp around and have a fun old time. So at this point, they should probably head back to Mazaka, and we can get them retrained up as well. Yeah, that's fine. And then faction leader, is there any, like, do I need any more watchtowers? I can't put watchtowers in this province until I take Sinop, so you might just go... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't need a watchtower there because Mazaka's right there, so that's in the sight line.
Move out.
So we can just do that, and then you can make your way back to the Levant, where your army will be ready very soon, actually. I'm almost... This army is pretty close. I just need some desert axes and some slingers, basically. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting pretty close there. I would say that these two armies are probably good enough to take on Sinop here. I merged some units up, and then I hired some more mercenaries just to keep the ball rolling here. In fact, I think I got another mercenary captain. Yes, I did. +1 command and 10% discount on unit training costs. And I think that was for you, wasn't it? Yeah, Neferet the Conqueror, the faction heir. In fact, I should remind myself, I don't think that I want him to be the faction heir. I think that he's too old, I think. Yeah, he's 50, and my faction leader is, what, 47, I think? Yeah, 47. And I really like the looks of that man that I'm sending. Yeah, Ramosir Getes. So tight-fisted, +2 to squalor. That's not great, but +3 management's good. Understanding of tactics. Yeah, that's good. Positive, +1 morale. Yep, that's good. -1 from law. That's not great. Natural born general, yes. Easterner turncoat, turncoat slave. And currently he is the man that I'm ascending. He's made it to Egypt actually. He's right here. Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, he's just going to be making the trek to help the push against the Scipii. And I think I want to make him... Yeah, set him as the faction heir because he's 22. He's young. He has a long life ahead of him, so... That should be good. And let's see, what are you... Jeez, I just noticed. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're just moving down from Nicomedia. Got it. Yeah, we just about... Like, even though we just sent an army off from Western Anatolia, we're not that far off from having another army ready to go. So we are... Like, our production's finally online. Our production facilities are finally, like, ready to really get into gear here. So let's send this army up. And they do have some onagers, so if we feel comfortable, we can assault this city. I think that, unlike Mazaka, which I felt like I had to wait them out because those armored spearmen were so scary, I don't know, look, facing off against a bunch of archers in a settlement does seem pretty scary as well, but... I mean, it's archers backed up by heavy cav too, which is kind of a tough thing to fight. But it's not... I don't know how heavy the Pontic heavy cav is. Because it's Jav Cav. So these guys have a experience points. This isn't the base stats for them. But as they are now, melee attack of 10, missile attack of 10, total defense of 15, charge of 5. So let's do 10, 5, and 15. Compare them to like... Oh, I don't know, one of my Cav units. Well, again, these guys have 2 upgrades, so that's not even either. 10, 6, and 12 for Nubian upgrades, or Nubian Cav with 2 upgrades. Nal Cav with 2 upgrades, 10, 6, and 15. Yeah. So the Pontic Heavy Cav do have more defense than my guys with their base stats, you know, because this isn't his base stats. The attack is about even. Charge is a bit more for my Nalcav, but still. Yeah, it's like an evenish fight. It's not super heavy in their favor, but it's not, you know, really super heavy in my favor either. And the fact that they have javelins also makes them a bit tricky to just pile in on with my chariots. Chariots would typically be a decent answer, I suppose, against heavy cav type units. But against the Pontic heavy cav, like, they have a lot of them. That's the thing. You can charge maybe 1 unit with a unit of chariots, but then they have another 4 units throwing javelins into you, so that can be a bit problematic. See, yeah, it's a tricky garrison to fight, isn't it? You look at it and you think, oh, there's really no like heavy infantry, but the Pontic heavy cav plus archer combination is interesting for sure. And they have enough chaff in the way of peasants and eastern infantry to at least muck things up and make it so that you can't... It would be hard enough to just rush on in there with cavalry, you know, because that's what you'd want to do is throw in the cav, throw in the chariots, and just ride down the archers and the Jav cav. But they have enough spears and peasants to really muck things up and kind of slow you down. So it's kind of a tricky garrison to get through, but I'm gonna go for it. I just, you know, got to kind of pick up the pace a little bit here. Oh shoot, I just realized there's a Scipii navy in the water, and I hadn't really expected it to be this far east because I hadn't seen... Well, actually I say that, there's some more Scipii boats up there. This is not my biggest fleet. I just have 2 triremes. Sure, I do have some weapon upgrades and defensive upgrades, but this has a full army on here, and this Scipii navy, it's only 2 boats, 1 bireme, 1 mystery unit, but it's a 2-star admiral, so... I don't know. I have a 0-star admiral, and I don't know who wins that fight. I'm not confident that I would. Yeah, that's pretty scary, actually. Hopefully they can make it to land before they get it. Ooh, actually, what I should do...
Ships ready! Ready to sail! Ready to sail!
Yeah, send some guys out to
Ships ready!
try to, I don't know, ward them off, I suppose. What is with my faction's daughters just choosing these geezers right now? Although, he looks pretty young. But still, 40 years old? Come on. Come on, Ankheisen. I mean, sure, he's a good attacker and good defender, but, yeah, he's 40. Come on, gals. Get it together. Ooh, 8,000. I am training a lot of soldiers, so yeah, my income is dropping. So that's a bit scary. Most advanced faction is the House of Brudii. And Shabataka, one of my spies and cultists, has died. And Diplomat in the Bosphorus has died as well. And Shabaka marriage celebrations. Hey, I didn't say, oh, he just got married on his own. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You clearly don't need my permission. And let's see, Nicomede has an armor. Okay. No stables or barracks or anything like that. And yeah, I'm just non-stop training. So clearly that's why my income is dropping. And that means I'm going to have to be taking some settlements pretty soon here. So I think, let's see, I guess we could get a draw out right here. But before I do that, I want to just take a peek around my empire and see if anything has come up here. I do have some brigands that I'm going to be chasing down, of course. Because why not? And then, yeah, no brigands down here. That's nice. All right, they're leading with their scariest army, it looks like. And they got a lot of stuff back here. All right. And the two half-stacks have not moved, but he's moved. Lucius Titus. So 4 stars, it looks like. Let's see, can I get a spy? Can you... Ooh, 57% chance. Okay, I don't want to risk a spy.
My eyes are yours.
77% chance. That's a bit better, but still. It's a bit better. Praetorians, yes. Legionaries, okay. Praetorians, Onagers, Auxilia, Roman Cav, and Auxilia. Okay.
Mighty general.
Well, I mean, this army just landed, but the problem is that I can't retrain like these really good units, the Pharaoh's Guards and the Pharaoh's Bowmen. I can't retrain them here in Cyrene, so it's a little bit dodgy. I kind of, if I can get away with it, what I would like to do is to use my mid-tier army. That's risky too, because we've seen what can happen when my mid-tier army is faced off against Praetorians and Urbans. But I don't know how much of this. See, I should probably risk a spy. What is the chances? Not okay, 91% chance. All right, there we go. Let's see what we can see here. So yes, he is a 4-star. Yes, but what about his army? Okay, so 4 Praetorians and then 1, 2, so 4 legionaries. That's pretty heavy metal for sure, but no, there's no like really heavy cav element other than the generals. And there's a faction there too, Lentulus Fundanus. Okay. Okay, so 2 heavy cav bodyguard units, and then there's a Roman cav. Still, that's not that substantial, and the support elements are very minimal. You know, light auxilia, onagers, some dogs, but mostly it's about getting rid of their mobility and then using my shooting and my mobility to basically run circles around their slogging heavy infantry, and I think that my mid-tier stuff can deal with that. I do. I think so. So if I can basically wash out that army by using one of my mid-tiers, and then my, high-tier army can basically punch through these half-stacks. And look, they are meaty half-stacks, mind you, so like they're nothing to be sniffed at there. The other idea, though, is that I do have enough other like backup stuff here that I could refit my mid-tier army on the fly so that it can potentially punch through this and then continue to punch through Scipii armies until it gets to Leptis Magna. Now, if these armies all just reinforce, though, it's not really going to work out. See, I was thinking about punching through the land forces just because I saw how many boats the Scipii had in the water, But I don't know. Maybe I should just pool my resources
Ready.
in the seas
Ready to
and
sail. Ready to sail.
make a make
Ready
a
to
sail for it. It would take, I don't know, 3 turns to get there via boat. But of course they can reinforce in just 1 turn. So yeah, gosh, it's tricky. It's tricky. It's really grindy, taking these North African provinces. It really is. It's tough because you can't, directly reinforce everything, and you can't refit and retrain everything that you lose because, a lot of these settlements don't have the facilities to retrain this stuff, and you bring it from overseas, and then, it's tough. It really is. I'm trying to figure out this puzzle here. And, I do have artillery, like I mentioned. I do have the 2 onagers. Would the 2 onagers be enough to get me through the large stone wall, or should I bring like, 2 more onagers, perhaps?
Ready to sail.
It's hard to say, but for now, I think that just to keep the question simple, I should probably focus on what's in front of me, and that's these Roman armies and taking them out one at a time. That is fine. And let me just double check again. A lot of Praetorians and early legionaries, Murmillo gladiators, and then here is not quite as high tier. I'm not seeing any Praetorians here, but still. Yeah. And then this stuff, do I have any vision on this stuff? Jesus. Praetorians, legionary cav, urbans, Praetorian cav. Holy shit. I've never even gotten any of those in my Roman campaign, my Julia campaign. Damn, these armies are scary. Holy shit. Okay, wow. Huh. Wow. Gosh, yeah, I feel like grinding through those armies on the path to Leptis Magna does not seem realistic. It seems more realistic to build up my navy and my artillery and take Leptis Magna in a quick 1-turn punch. Get in there, siege it, use my onagers or heavy onagers, whatever I can pull together, punch through the walls, and then use the defenses of Leptis Magna against these forces of the Scipii. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because I don't think I can grind through all of that while also maintaining my own numbers in enough force to be able to take the settlement. Not to mention fighting off any potential counterattacks. So, yeah, it's frustrating because that means spending the time to build up those. Well, my navy is kind of there already. It's more about building up the forces of artillery that I'm going to be needing for that. So, with that being said, I think that... Can I get artillery here? I can, can't I? Yeah, I can get onagers. So let's finish up training up these camel archers here, and then we can start getting some onagers here in Alexandria. And let's see, in Sidon, it's going to be 3 turns before that siege engineer is finished, so it's going to be a little while for that, unfortunately. What about Jerusalem? You can get onagers, can't you? You can.
Ships ready.
And I just built up a trireme as well. And I did train up a couple more onagers here in Antioch. Well, actually, okay, let's send this one trireme up to Antioch, pick up those onagers, and then bring them back down. And 4 onagers might be enough. Again, I'm just guessing here, but 4 onagers might be enough to get past those large stone walls. As long as the garrison remains this small, we might be able to come in with a sneak attack and take Leptis Magna without having to, fight all of that stuff. This stuff, sure, we can just kind of defend against it here in the province of, is it Cyrenaica? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. defending against this stuff with like a stack or two, and then taking a stack or two to defend Leptis, or take and defend Leptis Magna, that seems realistic. It does. And this Scipio Navy was nice enough to not attack me during that end turn, so that was very swell of them. But I think it's time for me to go in and kill them. Now, I don't really want this army or this navy here to reinforce. I know that the chances of it, you know, sinking and dying in a battle that I'm going to be winning is minimal, but still, I would rather, if I could, I would rather get these guys as far away as possible. And then let's go take them out, and then let's go. Can we get these guys too? Or is it this? It's not the same guy. No, trireme. Yeah,
Prepare to engage.
let's get them out of the way as well. And I wonder where that navy went. Probably out in that area. Okay.
Sire.
I am pretty happy with the progress of this army up here around Camposolani, and they are already ready to go on the attack again. So that's the power of retraining. Let's bring these Desert Cav as well. Just about a full stack, no general, of course. And let's take a peek. I'm looking at this, and okay, not a lot of spears. Just one unit of Nile spears and one unit of Nubian spears. Yeah, a lot of archers, javelins, slingers. Then the 3 Desert Cav, 1 Nubian Cav, and then 1 Chariot Archer. And I do have the 2 Desert Axes as well, so they can help fight on the walls. The spears, the thing is that the spears that I have, man, they just don't really do that well against those cataphracts anyway. So I think the plan is to just kill those cataphracts, as I mentioned before, with my Desert Cavalry. And then as far as, like, you know, their other stuff, not too worried about it. It can get killed by my archers, my slingers, my chariots, whatever, really. It's just getting rid of their cataphracts is going to be the issue. And I think, I mean, so these guys did get retrained or trained up again. Full strength unit of Persian Cav, yikes. And then what about in here? Beat up Persian Cav and then Mystery Horse Archers. Hopefully they can't train up a bunch of Persian Cav in the time that it takes me to get there. It's going to take 2 turns? Okay. 2 turns isn't so bad, so fingers crossed that that's all the money that they have and they can't train up any more of those Persian Cav units. Those guys are scary. We can also get a draw out here against these brigands, so let's see about it. Yeah, I doubt that we're going to be able to, you know, kill their entire garrison and therefore take the settlement, but if we can still do a lot of damage to them, this can still be a good fight for us. How is their general? 2 stars? Yeah, pretty solid. And then no general in the garrison. That is fine. And then do I want to let the AI control one of these? I think so, actually. Yeah. I think I'll let the AI control the army with the onagers in it. So let's bring you guys here, and then bring you there. Yeah, that looks okay. So the army outside of the walls isn't that scary. It's the army that's inside that's gonna have... Oh, it's not gonna show me? Okay. It says, so this army cannot flee from the battle. If it loses, all units will be destroyed. I don't think that's true. See, I feel like I've been misled by this before, and I feel like that's not... I don't know. I've been a little bit confused by this message because it seems like that's not true. Anyway. So yeah, Nefret the Conqueror is going to be coming in with the reinforcements, and I will be controlling the elephants. Perfect.
Today is a day for brave deeds, so that our fame will be known from one end of the world to another. Wherever men admire courage, our names will be known. Now to arms. Harden your hearts and think of your loved ones. Think of all who wish to see you again. Think of these and we will have victory! A point of crisis!
Well, we are facing right up a hill here. Right up a mountain, should I say. At least my reinforcements are right behind me. Let's see if we can drive them from this mountain before my reinforcements arrive. I mean, I got the firepower, but man, this is a steep hill here. And are there reinforcements right behind them? It looks like they are. Okay, man, this is gonna be a dogfight. The army that I'm facing off against is gonna have its 3 archers in range pretty soon here. Although my guys, man, yeah. Even with the height disadvantage, my guys can start shooting at them right away now. So that's actually pretty sick. Alright, let's get my Bedouin archers in range. And elephants will just be right there, ready to charge on in. Now, I don't want to see, unlike in that last battle against those brigands, those elephants have a lot of firepower to face off against, so I need to neutralize those archers before I can just send in those elephants willy-nilly. So that can be a bit problematic, but we will see how this works. Now, alright, these guys, let's get you guys get back. Actually, no, wait, those are archers. What am I doing? I'm crazy. Charge those archers. The audacity. Man, those archers charged me. Okay, okay, Jesus, they're already shooting at my elephants. Elephants, get back. And where are those sneaky little buggers? Alright, can X's come up and, man, alright, yep, elephants, just get back, elephants, just get back. And, alright, let's get back on this side. And can I get these guys, wait, are you peasants? Right, peasants? Come on, guys, alright. Don't run away from peasants, go get those guys there. Looking good, and let's get these guys back. Yeah, get back, don't keep running. And yeah, we got rid of those peasants. Let's charge into the rear of these Eastern infantry. Ooh, who's fighting here? Oh, those are my mercenaries. Yeah. So yeah, Peltas can throw your stuff in there, and we're fighting those Eastern infantry. No, don't. Yeah, get away from the Eastern infantry, please, and thank you. And yeah, skirmishers, throw your stuff into the Pontic Cav, and then yep, get back. Stop running after stuff. And how are we doing on this side? What's happening up here? So running down peasants, yeah, just got a lot of peasants who are running down there, which feels good. And as soon as their archers are taken offline, alright, let's just send my general in to fight them there. And does Axis can support, so hopefully we win that fight. And spears turn around as well. And how are we doing? So Eastern infantry. Yeah, Eastern infantry cleaned up my flanks with the cavalry, which definitely sucks. Definitely sucks. Let's try to turn around. Can we get these guys? Turn around here and... Alright, so axes are getting surrounded. Slingers can come up here. And then... Who are you? Peasants? Yeah, go chase on peasants. But man, they got a lot of peasants within their armies. And can you guys come up? Perfect. So we got rid of their general. And I think, was that you? I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, they just had the one general, right?
These men are perfect.
All right, perfect. So it looks like now that my... See, I should continue this. And I should get as many kills as I can, because I don't think that what they said was true. I think I need to run down as many of these guys as I can, but I might be wrong. I might, you know, maybe I'll take the settlement now, but I would rather do as much damage to them as I can to make sure that I, you know, can take the settlement if there's any chance of it. That'll do. The battle is over. And yeah, we got a bit of kills. Reinforcements came in and really helped clean it up because things were falling off the wheels a little bit there. But I am curious.
Victory!
It looks empty, doesn't it? No, it's not empty. Okay. For a while there, I was like, what's going on here? Wait, it is empty. There's nothing in there.
Sire!
Oh, there we go. All right, so
Victory!
I forgot to spy on it before I attacked. Do I need? I mean, 15,000 sounds like a lot of people. That is, and money. Yeah, I think so. So let's do that. And how many people are left inside of it? 5,000. Okay, yeah, it's yep. Large city with 5,000 people in it. That's kind of sad, but yeah. Man, they didn't even build mines in here. Damn. And I'm not saying like the brigands because it used to be owned by the Pontic people. So yeah, it's crazy they never built mines here. What can I? So let's repair. Oh, okay. So there's a bunch of stuff here I can repair. Oh, okay. So awesome Temple of Aphrodite. So that's population growth and happiness. I don't think I want to repair that. Odeon. So this is a theatrical space. It's cleverly designed so that a poet's words can carry to the whole audience, bringing them happiness, moving emotions, and enriched lives. The Greeks have much to be proud of with their rich cultural heritage, and the Odeon makes sure that this tradition lives on wherever Greeks are to be found. Okay, so some public order. I'll keep that for now, and an armor as well. And counselor's chambers, so yeah, let's repair those things. And I'll think about the awesome Temple of Aphrodite. And then I can retrain. Oh, I can retrain Pharaoh's bowmen here. Oh, that's nice. So I can recruit Pharaoh's bowmen, Pharaoh's guards, Nile spears, all my chariots. I can build quinqueremes. Damn. All right. Nice. Yes, this is what I needed. Yeah, that feels very good. And then how is corruption here? 746. Damn. All right. So I want to build some execution squares pronto. What's more important? Probably execution squares, honestly, because if that's gonna take down a bit, yeah, that's gonna make me more money than the mines, I think. And it's gonna increase, law and happiness. So I think that's gonna be the way to go. What about the bazaar? What would that give me? Just to check. Almost 100 denarii per turn, but yeah, let's go execution square first and foremost, and then mine after that, and probably bazaar after that, perhaps. Squalor is not an issue because we killed everyone, so that's gonna be fine. And we can retrain some guys, and then I can consider, like, I'm gonna have these armies, from Mazaka and Sinop. That's going to be basically 3-ish armies that can either go north to help out with this stuff if I need that to happen, or pile them on against the Scipii in North Africa. Just keep piling armies on. But I do feel like, honestly, with those onagers that's going to be arriving, it's going to be a while, though. Yeah, I can get them on the ships next turn and then start sending them west, but it's going to be a while before those onagers arrive. Is there a faster way? I mean, yeah, getting them here in Alexandria, that's the faster way, I suppose. But that's going to be, 2 turns to build the onagers, so... yeah, not the fastest. I think that, yeah, going forward into like future campaigns, I need to do a better job at like districting my training areas and making sure that, for instance, like these archery ranges, which also double up as, siege equipment, building centers. So it's one thing for me to have settlements that can train archers and slingers and what have you, but then having places that are dedicated artillery training building centers seems important, and those places obviously can double up as naval training centers and also like agent training centers, because agents are tied to the markets and the boats are tied to the ports. So I can basically make my coastal trade centers be my places that do artillery, agents, and boats, and then do military stuff. I don't know. It's tough though, because like for instance with the Egyptians, 2 of my best temples increase, like the Temple of Imhotep increases trade goods, and it gives experience to troops that are trained there. So it's kind of a tough thing. Like, you want it to be economic and military. So it's a little bit, you know, tricky, but I think I need to do a better job of that going forward so that I don't have these places that are training up. Like, if, for instance, I'm training, you know, Pharaoh's bowmen, but that province, that settlement also needs to be doing, you know, making artillery too, which is tough because Pharaoh's bowman takes 2 turns. Heavy onagers takes 2 turns. You know, so yeah, you get the idea. A shipwright in Cydonia in Crete is going to give me an extra 600 denarii. Oh my god, that's insane. Holy smokes. Yeah, that is very worth it. And I can't get a... That's the highest tier ship... That's the highest tier port that I can get, right? Yeah, oh, that's too bad. Alright. I was kind of hoping for some more, but you know what? I'll take it. And then I wonder, what about like a bazaar, for instance? That would be getting me... okay, not that much more. But I think that will be increasing when I get the shipwright. What else can I get here in Crete? Yeah, I don't need the public baths right now. Execution square. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of corruption. 827. So reducing that corruption is going to be good as well. That's, yeah, I don't know, like 100 or so. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And Emotep, that's going to be increasing trade goods once I get to the top tier, I believe. Yeah, it's not until I get to the top tier, but still, that's very, very good. Let's get that shipwright going. So yeah, we're going to be making some money here in Cydonia. That's going to be very sweet. I just realized that Cyrene does not even have the tier 2 wooden walls built up yet, and it is a minor city, so it should have those stone walls. Yeah, especially if I'm considering, oh, I don't know, going around any Roman forces that might be coming my way and sneaking Leptis Magna out from under their noses. That would involve holding Cyrene with, you know, something, you know, maybe 1 stack, hopefully not 2 stacks, but at least 1 stack and some nice thick stone walls, not wooden walls or anything like that, or even in this case, a freaking stockade. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to need to fix. The shipwright's going to be finished in 1 turn. Then I can start retraining some of these boats that have been here. I haven't been able to retrain the triremes in this area. And I built this shipwright just so that I can retrain those triremes. I'm making 0 money off of the shipwright. But I just needed to do it without sending this boat all the way back to Alexandria and taking up training slots there. The shipwright is going to be built up here. Yeah, so yeah, again, I couldn't have retrained them there either in Cydonia. So yeah, getting that shipwright finished is going to be good. And getting some walls for Cyrene because, yeah, again, I'm going to have forces. I will have, yeah, sure, like 1 stack I can leave in Cyrene, fine. But I'm going to want to send, oh, I don't know, 3-ish to Leptis Magna. Now, it's going to be a little tricky. They can't all fit in Leptis Magna. Yeah, that's... Gosh, I don't know. I'm wondering, because I see some trees here, I've noticed that you can hide a stack in like some, you know, like that many trees. I know it seems ridiculous, but that would count as an ambush spot, I think. Same with, for instance, like these, I would say would probably count as an ambush spot. Or these, you know, little trees as well. So like you can find these ambush spots throughout the desert, which is kind of funny. But I wonder if that's something that I could do, is have 1 stack inside of the settlement, and then have another stack, just not trying to ambush, but just trying to like basically hide from those Scipio armies. I know it might be a little ridiculous, but anything so that they can't get a draw out against me would be preferable. Because yeah, if I bring 3 stacks, but then 2 of them are left outside, and then what? They just run away from the Scipii armies back to Cyrene? Well, 1 holds Leptis Magna? Seems a little bit weird. I guess, as long as the seas feel secure, I could put those 2 stacks back on the boats. You know, that's an option too, I suppose. And then, yeah, as long as my presence in the seas are continuing to be, like, strong enough, then maybe I can just continue to sail around and nip off these settlements. In fact...
Eyes are yours.
Okay, I was going to say, Thapsus, it was showing like a wooden wall, but now it's like, nope, it's definitely an epic stone wall. Is it epic? Nope, just a tier 3, but it looks like they might be able to train their urbans here, so, man, if we could take Thapsus, that'd be very nice. Yeah. Man, they got the Scipii have so many forces coming on in. Yeah, I need to start taking some settlements off of them. You know, taking, sure, like, say, Irene and Siwa, like, apparently meant nothing to them because they're just making nothing off of the settlements. Their core territory is obviously Sicily, but then obviously, yeah, like Carthage and Thapsus seem like they're doing okay, making some money, I would imagine. So I feel like that's going to be when the back of the Scipii starts to break, is when I start to take these territories. But there's a lot of fighting ahead to be done before that is accomplished. And up north, I do feel confident in my ability to take the Campus Sake from the Parthians. I've said that before, I know. But now I have an answer to this cataphrax. An answer that has been with me this entire time. Frickin' Desert Cavalry, man. Why? How could I forget? How could I forget the Desert Cav exist? Anyway, that is all gonna have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. I also have started a channel membership, so if you want to sign up for that, that all helps immensely. So until next time, this has been Concept playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.